Hey you guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. I wanted to do a weekly update like we always do, but I also wanted to talk to you about hatchling ball pythons because we are due for our first clutch of eggs to hatch in the next couple of weeks. We're shooting for June 22nd, as I've said before. We're gonna wait and see when any of them pip, and then we're gonna actually cut the rest. And obviously we'll be doing an egg cutting video for you guys, so you'll get to see what we end up getting from the pairing of Priya and Leo. And if you don't remember, Priya is a lesser cinnamon or cinnamon lesser, however you wanna order those terms. And then Leo is a pastel inchy pinstripe, 100% het orange ghost. You could also call him a inchy lemon blast because pastel and pinstripe is lemon blast. It's a one-word morph term to describe those two genes. I mean, if you're new to ball python breeding, you're new to learning about the genetics, you can go back and look at a lot of our other videos and kind of follow along and kind of see where we started out with the building blocks for our collection that we've got in here with our ball pythons, and kind of learn about what genes we've been putting together, what recessive genes are, what the codom genes are, what you're gonna get if you put certain snakes together. These are the 4x2 foot PVC enclosures I was talking about in previous videos about all the snakes downstairs that will be moving up here. Boa constrictors and the reticulated pythons. They're all going to be moving up here into these because these are going to be like grow out enclosures for them. There's 6 of them and they're stacked pretty much to the ceiling. But obviously this girl's babies are due for us in a couple of weeks. So we're really excited and we're hopeful that all the babies will make it. They'll look really, really good. So we're definitely excited and we're hopeful that we get some really cool combos out of her and Leo. But yeah, we've done a little bit of updates to the snake room. We're going to be definitely adding more up here, so be on the lookout for that. We still don't have another rack yet. I know I mentioned in another video that we were going to get another rack, a 7-tub adult rack. We have not gotten that yet, but we still anticipate getting another one. We do have another pickup for next week. Should be next week from Freedom Breeder. Again, we have an adult female GHI, lesser possible super GHI that we're getting. So we really want her to be the first female to pair with Lucian, since Priya here is going to be taking the rest of the year off. She will be another female that can pair with Lucian also, since she carries the lesser gene, which is in the Bell complex, the blue-eyed leucistic complex. So Priya will pair with Lucian one day to make more bells and other combinations with him, but this GHI, lesser possible super GHI female, will be the female that ends up pairing with Lucian first. I'll just give you a quick look at Zahara here. She had her prelay shed the other day, and she's definitely huge. She's just kind of hanging out. So we got close to a month before we should be seeing any eggs from her be laid. So we are just kind of letting her be and checking up on her. But this is our second expected clutch this year, so we're really hoping this one works out too. This, and if you haven't been following along in the other videos, this is the clown project that we've been working on, because she and Sully, and we bought them as 100% het clown, so we're hoping that it proves out, because we want to see if we get any visual clown babies that we can hold back, because all of the babies would be 100% het albino, whether they end up being visual clowns or not. I've said this before, they will all be 100% het albino because Zahara is albino and she's their mother. So that would be something that we would want to hold back if we got a clown or two that was definitely het albino. And so here is the incubator with Priya's eggs in there, still perfectly shaped and everything. They haven't dimpled or anything like that. Obviously, I've had people say things to me about these incubators, that the temperatures are not consistent with what you set them at. Again, that's why we have these. because we have one of these in the actual egg box, the probe, and then the other one, the probe, is just right there inside the incubator to tell us what the temperature in the incubator is. And then that probe that goes inside the actual egg box is telling us what the temperature is inside the actual egg box. So even this little gauge right here, it says 99% humidity and 86.1 C. Incubator set to 86. This gauge is saying 86.1. But these probes that we have in here are telling us 88.2 and then 88.7. So definitely whatever method you use, I would still be using some type of temperature probe. Even if you build the incubator yourself and it's a steady incubator that doesn't seem to fluctuate with temperatures, I would still, have another probe in there to double check, because you just want to know what your temperatures are at. That's plain and simple. You want to know what the conditions are inside these incubators, because it could make or break, the success with your eggs. And it's just like this one right here is not an Exoterra. It's in Celsius. We've been testing it. We've got one probe. It's got 88.2. It said 0.3 a minute ago. But, we're testing out this one because this one is the one that we would be putting Zahara's eggs in whenever they come. Talking about baby ball pythons and how they are naturally defensive a lot of times when they come out of the egg at first. This is an example, Calypso, of a baby that is very hand tame. She is definitely fine with people, so you can literally reach in here and grab her, no problem. She loves people. This is an example of a baby snake that has been handled plenty of times and is definitely used to people. And, if this was your first snake and you had kids, like small kids or something like that, you would have no problem with this animal being a good pet for your family, because the work with her has already been done. She's already been handled by the breeder that we got her from. We've handled her a lot, so she's already conditioned to people. So now I'm going to show you an example of two baby snakes that are not in that same boat. For example, this is Celine, our pied het ghost that you saw in the unboxing video. This is an example of a baby snake that is not used to people. She acted very scared when we got her out for the first time, and the first time that I reached in here and grabbed her, she was very defensive and struck at me. And this is natural. This is just what they're going to do. So as you can see, she can see my hand moving around behind her, and she can see the camera behind her. So look at how she's puffing up and she's turning her head, and she's getting real stiff. She's getting real defensive right now because she is terrified and she doesn't understand what we're doing. And I'm filming this for you guys because I'm trying to show you an example. I'm not trying to provoke her on purpose just for fun. I'm just trying to show you what a lot of baby ball pythons are like when they first come out of the egg, because you have to work with them. If you get them from us, like say when our eggs hatch, you want to buy one from us, or if you get one from another breeder, you find one at a reptile show, you have to understand that this is probably what they're going to be like when you first get them home, unless they've already been handled a lot by the breeder themselves and they're already conditioned to people. I'm going to show you another one. This is our pastel clown female baby that you saw. Same situation. She's not used to people. She's not used to being handled. She's young. I'm going to get her and Celine out on the table for you, and I'm going to show you some different things about it. So I may not actually be able to get her from behind because she's really turning her head. She's getting ready to strike at me. The way I can break this of her in that strike mode right there where she's, ready to go, is I can just put my hand over. Now, I'll put her tub back. But you want to grab them from behind, okay? You don't generally want to stick your hand right in front of their face. When you're teaching them, you want to practice how you're going to be grabbing them out of the enclosure. Now, with ball pythons, there are people that just literally grab them, and they don't care whether their hand's in front of their face or not. I usually just read the snake. If it's a snake that is very hand tame, like one of my adults, or Calypso that I just showed you, I will just reach in and grab them, whether my hand's in front of their face or not. But this girl right here, she's not conditioned to people, so I don't do that. I don't reach in and just stick my hand in front of her face. But I'm going to go ahead and put her down and get the other one out. Alright, so I'll try to show you this example right here. Same thing. She's going to be noticing my hand. You can kind of see what she's doing. You can just pick her up from behind. So you can do, you can pick them up from behind like that. You can put your hand over their head really fast, like cover their face really fast. That can help. There's a lot of really great videos out there on defensive ball pythons, how to manage, and deal with babies that want to act that way. But this one, you didn't probably see it on camera, but Celine, the pied right here, she just tried to strike at the camera. Natural behavior, like I said, for a baby. But like I said, with time, she's being still right now because she's not used to me handling her. But as much as I get her out, the more that I get her out and I do this and I teach her that I'm not bad, I'm not going to hurt her, she will become tame. Majority of the time, that's what happens. Now, with Nala, which you've seen on some of my other videos, she has a specific personality. She's the only ball python I have that's like that. So, that's a little bit different of a story, but these right here, these can be worked with. As you can see, she's really scared. You can tell that they're really scared. That's all it is. They're not mean. They don't want to hurt anybody on purpose. They're just scared. So yeah, that's all you do. You just work with. I hope that gave you a little bit of a perspective on baby ball pythons and kind of what to expect when you first get one from a breeder. Or if you are a breeder, your first time having some of them hatch and having to work on hand tamming them. It can be done. It's not going to take long. It's just that when they first, come out of the egg, that's how they are. It's just natural behavior. They have to learn that you're safe for them and that you're their caregiver and that you're not here to do them any harm. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Our name is @magic_city_morphs. We do YouTube videos once a week at least. Sometimes we do 2 a week. It depends on what's going on. So we'll be expecting these eggs to be ready to cut, ready to go in a couple weeks. And then also we have, like I said, another unboxing video that we're going to do for that female that we're getting from Freedom Breeder. So be on the lookout for that. Exciting things coming, guys. Exciting things coming. See you next time.